No wonder all of you think attorneys are terrible. I just came out of a 1404 hearing. A 1404 hearing in New York, if you don't know, is a will contest hearing. It's an ability for me to examine other attorney draftsmen about the wills that they have created for their clients. And then I asked them questions about why they came up with that plan, how they knew that the client had capacity, how that they knew that the client was appropriate, that this was an appropriate plan and that this was the right plan for the client, making sure that they had the testamentary capacity, was executed correctly. Now, this particular will was it was done correctly, right? I can't argue with the attorney because, quite frankly, we're pretty sure that the attorney did a good job drafting and executing. But when I asked him the questions that were actually important to my client, which was why? Why did your client feel that need for this to go other places? He literally testified that it was not his job to understand what assets this person had, to understand their family dynamics and how things work out, or to ask them about the executor they've nominated, not even to ask about the qualifications or the capacity of that person. Not his job. He doesn't need to know anything. He also doesn't ask his clients routinely about their health. So let me ask, is this your experience of estate planning attorneys? Is your experience of an estate planning attorney is that they don't ask any questions? That you walk in and you're like, this is what I want. And they're just like, okay, great. Here's a document. Is that your experience? It blew my mind because it's not the experience we provide in my office. But I want to know, is that what happens for you as a person? If so, I am so sorry on behalf of my profession. It was unreal to me that you can properly counsel somebody without actually knowing anything about them and having it never occur to you that you should ask, that any of that would be relevant. How else do you know that your client's not being manipulated? How else do you know that your client isn't being brought into you under duress? How else do you know? And if you don't keep notes or take notes, like what are you doing? It blew my mind. It just blew my mind. So if this has been your experience with an estate planning attorney, I am so sorry. I am so sorry that they judged you based on what you walked in looking like. I am so sorry that they didn't think that you were valuable enough as a person to ask you more questions about your life. And I am so sorry that they didn't spend any more than 30 minutes with you in a meeting that greatly impacts all the people in the world that you love. Ah, how? How? Blew my mind. Blew my mind.